Hi guys, welcome to another Grand Arena. We've got mixed defense here, so we've got some good Geos at the top. Reasonable team there. I'm definitely going to have to play Padme into that. It's probably one of the better Geo teams I've come across so far. And then we've got First Order with Kylo Ren, which is it's okay. Well, you actually got the double Kylo Ren there. That team's alright. I need to not underestimate that. I'll have to check how fast they are. And then we've got two mixed teams here. The team at the bottom looks a little undergeared, but obviously you've got the counter attacks with K2, potentially a lot of buffs, and then Jin could revive people with the critical hits from her airstrike. So that's a team that you've got to respect, just because you could throw something too weak in and then their whole team comes back and it's like, oh, you've done nothing. And then Grand Moff with Magma Trooper and Royal Guard is just another okay team. He's obviously put some of his weaker teams on defense, which is fine. That's what I always do. Hopefully he saved his better teams for offense, which gives us more chance to score points. So Grand Moff's lead adds speed, and Magma Trooper gains he gains turn meter every time he resists a debuff. So if I put a team in that's got too many debuffs, the Magma Trooper's going to get a lot of turns, and he's just going to throw these thermal imploders at me and kill my dudes. I think he's going to have... No, okay, so he's not gone for the Tenacity Primary on the cross, but that's still okay. And then obviously you've got the drag off with the Royal Guard. I've got to clear these first. My defense is just pretty standard. I put the Night Sisters in the front. The thinking here is that if I put Night Sisters in the front and I put my Geo squad in the back, my opponent is more likely to burn one of his better squads on the front and have some less chance of going through the Geos at the back. It's not always going to work, but if you don't plan for what your opponent's got, you know, you can get caught out. He's obviously put his best defense in front of his ships. I don't know what he's got back here. He does have things like Commander Luke and a couple of other decent teams, but I'm going to jump in here and clear this and then see how it goes, really. I think against this top squad, I'm going to be tempted to use my resistance. Now, they're not super hot. Finn's a bit low, but obviously I've got a Gear 12 Poe. It's pretty tanky. And Rey hits reasonably hard. So I'm gonna throw this in and give this a go. So I want to get rid of the Magma Trooper first because he's got the grenade. There we go, and expose. I just have to be careful with my skills that I keep healing up my team while I'm having to go at his. He can get health up, but he can't heal. Alright, that's him gone. Let's work on Grand Moff. He's only got a stun on the Royal Guard, so he can't... He doesn't do a huge amount of damage. The stun can be really annoying, though. And obviously he's got Grand Moff trying to put like offense down, which is, you know, it's alright. It's not going to save him here. I think if he had a full 5v5, that little trio could work a little better, but they're not massively powerful. There we go. So I got all the health, but I didn't get the protection, so that's actually a pretty good score. I'm farming Finn at the moment, so he should get a bit better. Right, so I've used one of my weaker teams. I've got rid of one of his. We've got Jin. Cassian, so just got to watch out for the debuffs, and the revives. Let's have a look. Now, usually you'd think revives, you know, you could use someone like Boba Fett, or if you have the Zeta on Django, which I don't have enough Zetas at the moment, so I will get round to that. I don't want to really use that. I might put another team in and try and save my big four here. So actually, I could put this in. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do Padme on Geos because I know I need to do that anyway. There's no getting around that. So let's just see what happens. He's going to have the Brute in play. put on auto actually, as we usually do, because you run out of time. Right, got buff block on him. So as soon as his taunt's gone, target the alpha. And hopefully Padme's going to like roundhouse kick the alpha into next week. Come on. No, you... No, whoops. Yeah, there's a lot of missing going on. Yeah, take it off that. Dead. And he brings it back. That was unlucky. Right, it's dead again. There we go. So much easier in the 3v3 than it is in 5v5, but Padme is pretty good into the geos. When you play the full 5v5, you almost have to put it on auto because you just run out of time trying to make the correct choices or the best choices, because the geo animations take quite a while and they're just jumping all over the screen. It just absolutely eats the clock. So it's best to just stick it on auto and just let the AI deal with it. If your Anakin's good and you've got like your Ahsoka's decent, once you get those stacks, you'll just start removing characters, and as soon as you can get rid of anybody other than the brute, the team starts to fall down. If you kill the alpha, that's it. It'll just end. The team just absolutely crumbles like you wouldn't believe. Right, we've got Jyn Erso and pals. I am just going to put in 1, 2, 3. I've still got 3, 4. I've still got 4 really powerful teams. I've got First Order up top to get rid of. So I'm just going to put this in and just get rid of that. This should be more than powerful enough to kill this. Steal their buffs. Go Yoda, go beat him up. Just need to kill Jyn, really. My Ezra's awful, he didn't get right. Like a wet noodle. Right, this is a bit, oh, yep, there we go, brilliant. So there was a chance there that she would revive K2 and I'd get stuck again having to kill him. No protection, but front wall gone. Right, see if he's got anything good hiding back here. The General Grievous team at the bottom obviously is the hardest one here, but there's no Zetas, so you're not going to get the attacks from Grievous, and then he's only gear 8, so that's the same as my Grievous, and he's just not that great at that point. The only thing he can really do is apply things like healing down, or a healing immunity. Droidica's okay. An IG-88 I've had a bit of a mixed experience with. He's not durable at all. Okay, and we've got Wedge Biggs and Stormtrooper Han. So you're going to get a sort of a triple strike with Biggs and Wedge. They're going to call everybody into assist, but Stormtrooper Han's not that hard. I actually think that he would have been better off putting Leia that he's put up here in with these guys, because then obviously you're going to get all 3 of those go. You could, if your opponent puts a weak team in, they could kill a character off. And then Night Sisters at the top. No zombie though. Dakka's only gear 8. She's going to go down pretty quick. So yeah, not worried about any of these teams. It's just how many banners can we get. I think Nest can probably take this team quite easily. I've had bad experiences with putting her into layer, so I'm not going to do that. Even though my nest is way harder than that layer, it's not worth it because she'll chip into you. What tends to happen against layer is that she stealths herself, and then you can't counterattack because she's stealthed. So you'll take a turn, and then she'll shoot you, and it'll go straight onto your health because you might have lost protection by then. Not that I'm expecting that with this team, but in a 1v1 situation, it's quite bad for nest just because of the way that the stealth prevents you from counterattacking. I'm going to put nest in here. You just have to kill bigs, really. At least they're nice and quick, so I'm getting a big stack of protection. I remodded my nest recently. I had a speed, well, it's all tenacity mods, but I had a speed primary arrow on it, and I really wanted to swap it for something else. And then in one of the events, it dropped me an arrow with a protection primary, so I've switched it to that. So she's now a bit slower, which is more beneficial, and she's got more protection, which again is more beneficial, and her tenacity remained the same. They both had the same sort of about plus 4% tenacity. Alright, let's go open up ships. So we've got Kylo Ren and Kylo Ren friends. This team can be a little annoying, so I'm going to use Bosk, and I'm going to take out Boba Fett, leave Jango Fett in, and I'm going to put Dengar in. I think. Let's see, I'm going to have... Oh, do I give a Cad Bane? Let's just go with this. So Jango Fett will mop these up pretty easily. See if we can get us done. Yeah. Go on, clear off. Just got to chew through his protection, see if I can get Dengar to heal us up with grenades. We're not going to quite get the full heal before this fight's over. No. Still, I'm happy enough. I've won. So look what fleet he's got. So Houndstooth is good. Kylo Ren is good. Darth Vader's good. So yeah, actually he's put a reasonable defensive fleet down here. So I need to be at least respecting that. That's better than what a lot of players seem to put down against me. How good's his Bosk? So his Bosk's at least as good as mine. So that's a decent Bosk. His Kylo Ren's okay. Let's just check his Vader. And again, his Vader's good. He's not quite maxed out all the abilities. How good's his Thrawn? His Thrawn's not as good as mine. So mine's maxed out. I don't have the second Zeta, but he's gear 12 with all the ship upgrades. Okay, so we need to respect this. It's not too hard to deal with. I'll talk you through it actually. It's really easy to beat this team. I've been playing against similar things in Arena for ages. I am actually going to put a third reinforcement in just in case. Who do you want? Let's go with Cad Bane. Just because his front's good. I'm not going to put the last one in. And this is a general thing when you play Fleet in Grand Arena, is that most battles don't go on long enough for you to ever need that fourth reinforcement. So it's just bonus points if you don't bother slotting it. I mean, I usually put 2 in, and I rarely need 2. I'm just putting 3 in because his power's quite high and his front ships are good. So I'm just hoping his back ones aren't too good. Right, so what happens here is you attack Houndstooth to stop it gaining bonus turn meter. And that means your Houndstooth gets to go first because they never attack your Houndstooth. So you get the bonus turn meter, and then you just breach a ship that is not Houndstooth, and you just go from there really. Because their Houndstooth will be forced to. So I'm giving myself a fence up, which will make Ahsoka kill stuff well good. Their Houndstooth will be forced to breach yours, and then you'll clear it when you use a basic, which then allows you to dispel theirs with Ahsoka, and then you can just lay into their back line. So I can't do it yet, but when he calls a reinforcement in, this ability will get refreshed, so I'm just going to do it for the damage. Call in Anakin, who will pretty much clean up most of this. So now he's called someone in, and because he has, Ahsoka gets a refresh on that ability. So I can either use it to kill Houndstooth or get rid of this, which is, I'm going to get rid of the Retribution and the whole ship, and then we've got advantage here, so I can just burn this to kill Houndstooth, and that's it really. If you target the other ships at the start, what happens is their Houndstooth will taunt, and then you'll be forced to attack that, and it'll breach a ship that is not your Houndstooth, so then it's much harder to dispel. But by attacking it as your first move, you prevent it gaining bonus turn meter, and then you get the bonus turn meter instead of them, so you can breach first. And that works exactly the same against Millennium Falcon fleets as well. So you do that, and then you put your breach on Biggs, and then they'll put their breach on your Houndstooth. And then you just lay into their Houndstooth until you kill it, and then switch to Biggs. And because the Falcon can no longer dispel it, they get stuck. Right, so we've got 3 teams left, and I've got plenty of things to choose from. So what are we going to use on these? I get the feeling that this bottom one is probably the worst of the 3, so I should probably deal with that first. And then Ventress is, what's that, Gear 10? Yeah, not too worried there. And then Akbar's not a hard character, not offensively anyway. He's really bad in 3v3 because he doesn't really do anything, and you don't have enough people to take advantage of his ability where you use like a passive skill and you get a free assist, because there's not enough characters with the skills. So right, I'm just going to kill Grievous. Oh, look at that. It didn't even get a turd. That's what we like. Right, so I've got Boba Fett, who I'm going to drop into the top. And he's going to take his best pal Cad Bane with him. See, the thing is here, it's like I could underdog. Let's have a look. So Daka's basic hits multiple people. Ventress has an AoE. These guys don't have an AoE. So the problem with the underdogging is that the AoE is still going to hit multiple people. So I'm not going to benefit from protection anyway. It's not really worth underdogging these. I don't have a single character that I can beat them with on his own reliably. You know, if I had Jedi Anakin or something, he'd just blow them all away. But they've all got just enough stats or abilities. So like this second team, if I put Boba Fett in on his own, what will probably happen is I'll ability block half the squad. And then either, if I don't get Leia and Fishman, what will happen is Leia will Fisherman will clear layer, and then she'll stealth, or layer will stealth, and then it's like I'm going to have to chew through the others rather than getting rid of her. And Chopper's going to taunt. Boba Fett ignores that, so I'm not too worried there. His damage isn't great. I just don't know what his skills are. So he's maxed them, and then he's got health and speed. That's pretty typical of Akbar. See how quick he is. If I ability block both of them, it's not so bad, because then my next move is that I just lay into Leia, but she can put out quite a lot of damage if you're lucky. So he's obviously got the crit damage set. He's got crit chance on this, so his crit chance is going to be quite good. It's just not worth risking it. And if you put two characters in, you're never going to get your full protection on both. I could put Cad Bane and Boba Fett into here, but I kind of want to use Boba Fett up here just because obviously you can speed through the fight quicker. So let's go Boba Fett, Cad Bane, and oh, actually, I could go Boba Fett. I've only got to beat two teams, right? Whoops. I've only got two teams. So I could go like Boba Fett, Thrawn into this. And they'll probably wipe that out. Thrawn can recover any protection on Boba Fett. Yeah, that's a good move. And then up here, I can put like... hold on, who's his third? Is it Talia? Yeah, that's annoying. She removes debuffs. Up here I could put like... I don't know, Palpatine and Vader. I mean, things like Kylo Ren will go through it on his own. It's just that they're going to heal themselves. All three of those characters have got heals. So I could go Palpatine, Vader, like Dooku, or I could put Nute Gunray in. So yeah, let's do Boba Fett, Thrawn. Let's actually do Boba Fett, Thrawn into the Night Sisters. That's Thrawn's leadership. Oh no, wait, we're not going to do that into Night Sisters because they've got stuns. And I don't want to stand there being stunned. We'll do it in this one. Boba Fett, Thrawn. Right, so we go first. We're going to fracture Leia so she can't stop us. And we're going to ability block everybody else. Right. There we go. So max points on that. Let's see if I've got anything I can... Don't think I've got anything that heals protection left. It's just because Daka hits two people, Ventress has the AoE, that you're gonna suffer it. Right, I think I'm gonna put Dooku in because I might be able to stun them before they get to do stuff. I could probably put Kylo Ren in as well because he's got a stun, and my Kylo Ren and Dooku are pretty quick. I mean, I might be able to do it with just them. I've got an irresistible stun. I've got stuns on him. I could probably stun lock them with those two. Dooku's recovering protection on his counter attacks. He's not recovering health. They're both susceptible to the stun, so it could go not great. I could put Dooku as the lead because he's got like a healing. It's like healing immunity, isn't it? Separatists allies gain counter chance and tenacity the first time they stun us. See, that's okay because obviously he's going to then gain 50% tenacity if they stun or daze him. They don't have a daze, but they've got two people with stuns. But he's already got 100% counter attack, so that's not going to help Kylo Ren. When an enemy falls below 100% of the game, inflict tenacity down and healing immunities on themselves, which again means he can stun them better. It's not bad. What's Kylo Ren? Kylo Ren's he just going to get faster, isn't he? When first order scores, blah 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 blah. Recover health and protection when first order gains a status effect. He's not really going to be able to give himself anything other than taunt in that match. So I think I'll try Dooku as the lead. because obviously he's then going to be more resistant, and then as soon as they drop to healing immunity, they can't. No, what's the face has got the... Talia's got the dispel and heal, so he just gives himself more offense. You know what, I'm going to put Kylo Ren in the lead, because then at least Kylo Ren heals a bit more. Hopefully they don't get to Dooku's health, and then they can both walk through the fight relatively easily. I'm just trying to like get most banners really. Right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to stun Talia, because if I stun anyone else, she will dispel the stun. Cool, and then we're going to see, Dooku's going to get the next turn, so let's just do the big hit. No, that's what I don't want. Stop stunning him! Yeah, you see? Yeah. Go on, fucking kill her. Right, sorted. Sort of. So I missed out on the protection on Dooku, he got stunned too much. I mean, he would have gained 50% tenacity if we'd have put him in the lead, but then Kylo Ren might not have been at full protection, so I guess it can go either way. I probably chose the right one, because I probably gained one more banner than doing it the other way around. Right, that's all of them. So 1983, pretty good score. So yeah, let's see what he does when he attacks back. I mean, I imagine he's going to go through this top one. I mean, I took out Kylo Ren and Mass to put in Phasma, because I wanted him for just stunning people. That the whole stunning thing that I've been doing in these 3v3 arenas has just been so good that I feel that you can just trivially win games with it, as you may have seen from watching my videos. But anyway, I'll leave it there. I'll see you guys next time.